Welcome to another Monday night. It's so strange to be on Mondays versus Tuesdays. How you doing, Rick?
Good. Another back-to-back show. We got a lot to talk about today. We're here talking about the one and only CPX event, Bones and Ashes, happening in Texas for the first time, I believe. I'm making that up, maybe, but to me, it's the first time. So we got a lot to cover. It's gonna be me, Perky. We're bringing in Desi with Orlando Extreme slash CPX slash all the things he does, and we got Mr. Beast here. Um, you know, he's going against me. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. He's going against me, blue side against red, which is gonna be Mr. Curtis Bumgarner himself. So yeah, let's bring him in. We got questions. We got questions from the people watching, and gonna be in here and talk a little shit.
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself.
Oh, you're right. Oh, so go ahead.
NNK, who are we?
We are the team you always want to play with, but never against. We're a bunch of fun guys that just get weirdly competitive when we start playing paintball. But other than that, we're real chill. So always come say hi.
Absolutely. All right, now we can bring in. Let's actually bring in Desi first, just so we can actually talk about the production, what CPX plans to bring to Texas.
Bro, my dudes, thank you so much for having me join you guys this evening.
What'd you think about that intro? First off, let's talk about that.
So the intro, I'm so about, bro. It's got me over here thinking of what is it, like Guitar Hero situation. It's just like this super fast pace. He's just got me like
yeah, it makes you make ugly faces. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you got it, dude. I think you said the best thing. So you guys get a bunch of really fun guys that get weirdly competitive.
Yep. I mean, yeah, honestly, when I haven't been in this world too long, right? The paintball world, but everybody was like, yeah, Rook. Off the field, let's chat it up. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm super easy to talk to, but when it's on the field, I get weirdly competitive. I like to win, and there's no fun playing in the back either. You know what I mean? So it gets, you're all up there, all the emotions out there, and it took a little bit for us to realize that too. That's how we are. Because off the field, we're like, yeah, we might be a little bit late to game on, and yeah, this, that, and the other. But as soon as that whistle hits, we're getting it.
Yeah, dude, I feel that, man. Weirdly competitive, but really fun guys. I think a lot of teams in scenario and big game paintball can definitely relate to that, for sure.
So, Desi, what stands out most for you with working with CPX?
Man, I think what stands out the most with me working with CPX is, and just in general with the team, is how quick and adaptive to a situation. With this team in particular, we're new, all of us working together. We all have combined abilities, everything from, having a certain specific talent, or we have a knowledge, or we have a network somewhere along those lines, we're able to adapt to a situation and just really just attack at it. Definitely not one to just kind of sit by and just let things like, oh, swinging our feet, it is what it is kind of situations. It's just not the way we go down. And I think that was the biggest surprise and thing for me coming into it. It was like, because that's not my mentality at all, man. If we need to execute, we need to execute. And it's awesome to be a part of a team that is so like-minded in that setting.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are, getting everything organized. There's obviously a lot of different CPX events. You've got all the different living legends, dreaded legends, urban legends, I think is just around the corner. So what makes each new legends unique? And then also, where does Bones and Ashes fit inside that?
So Bones stands out from the theme of the other events straight up. The other events have something connected within either the region, the country, the state, depending on where we're at. We're going to be going to Canada this year. We're going to be going to Mexico this year, and then hopefully, if everything goes smoothly across globally within our own things, then we'll be moving and doing an event over in Europe as well. But the whole concept for us, though, is to be able to bring a little bit of history and knowledge into the region to kind of help the locals, also connect with the area, get a little education while we're in it too, because we have a teacher within our team as well, and history is a major part of that. And for example, like fun history though, right? We're going to go to Canada and we're going to talk, we're going to be getting involved with cryptids. There's a lot of lore and a lot of history that dates back for hundreds of years. So let's bring that kind of cool history that no one really typically tends to think of, but let's bring that into the forefront. It gets us where we're able to stay sharp on, education, learning. I love learning about new things and, it freshening up on stuff that I did know before. And so that's kind of the way that all the events, depending on what state they're at or region, that's kind of where they're going to be connected in. So, for example, we just also had Urban Legends. Just this, it's already been a week, 2 weeks. Oh, my brain is so scrambled. There's so much going on over at Cousins Paintball at Skyline. And Virginia, it is deep rooted with history from, across the board. You're talking original colony settings. So, that's really where we went into, a North versus South battle there. So we wanted to bring in, a type of food they were eating. Sheep's tongue. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's cacas. Okay. No. But hey, you got to make it work, right? So, however, with going into Bones and Ashes is a little bit different in the setting that this is going to be a third faction event. You'll have, red versus blue, but the third faction with the Char is a really fun game element when it's used properly. Have you guys ever been to an event where there was a third faction and it just went to hell? It was dog water. You know what I mean? It just didn't work out in the slightest bit for whatever reason, whether it was too many numbers, it upset the whole balance of the game.
Right.
They were completely renegade and did whatever they wanted to do, which then just really screws things up. Settings where I had a third faction event where the guys could change at any time what team they were fighting for. So it made people super uncomfortable. Everyone was suspicious of one another. No one wanted to work together, and it created just an animosity that just did not flow well. And this was an event that was hosted at our field years and years ago. And I want to put everyone's mind at ease when it comes to this third faction setting. This is not like that in the slightest bit. The third faction Char is 100% under control of production. There's no actions or moves or anything being done that has not been approved by production. we are going to be there. And when I say we, yes, I'm your third faction commander. Sorry about that, yo. So with us getting involved with Char, we are here to be a game element. We are here to make the field move into different regions for gameplay. If there's stagnant situations taking place, that's not going to be the case when we're stepping on. And ultimately, it's here for fun element, not to swing the game one way or the other, or to cause complete havoc and chaos in a game when your commanding is tough in general. So,
right.
And this is the only game that we have involved that has a third faction entity involved for it. So that's where Bones and Ashes sticks out.
So, question for you about this third faction. They're killable, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And that's we're good. We're good.
Yeah, 100%.
The only time it ever ruins a game is if they have something that they're invulnerable. If you shoot them, they shoot back, but they don't get out. I mean, bro, if it bleeds, it can die, and I'm good with that. We're really good at killing things.
It's definitely that. We will have an element of our respawn isn't going to be too far away, right? So yes, we will be killable. You will be able to eliminate us. We will have to go back and respawn, or we have a couple other things that we're working in with to add, another element of it, but just versus walking back and tagging.
And walking way off the field.
Having to walk all the way off, right? So we want to be there. We're coming in fresh every time to these settings. Now, we won't be there for every single mission, right? It's just impossible, especially us trying to hike across acres of land to get to these locations. But it will be used in a proper way for you guys.
Definitely. I mean, what, every 30 minutes, every hour?
It depends on how hard you guys are beating on us.
Yeah. No, I just mean the mission drops.
Yes. I believe the missions, your core missions are going to be every half hour. But during those times, at any time, there will be a station that will be out. It's like your missions tent. This is where you're going to run into probably Joe and Christy, and you guys are going to be, or probably Mad Frog too, where you guys are going to come. Not only are you going to have your main missions, but you are going to have other mini missions that anyone at any time can pick up and try to get another mission on the board. It could be something as simple as a trivia question. It could be a puzzle. It could be a caveman kind of thing. You just got to go do something like this. It could be a prop hunt, all different kinds of things. And those will be rated within there. So you'll get a chance to chase a new mission.
Cool. Let's go ahead and bring Beast on. And then while you go through the comments for social media.
We'll go through this real quick. Ronnie said, yo, CPX is in here with everything. Says, good evening from Team Tags from Lisa Weber. Coming down a little bit. Eli in here, the CPX pirate hat. Oh, well, he's saying hi. He's definitely not first. But he said first.
I'm first.
Let's see. Barno saying hello from Mexico. Nice. I like that. Joshua gave us a wave. Nicholas Smokage Heart is in there. Jesus. Cool. Wow. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Joe Perez, I think you're going to have to wear that hat for the entire game. Zoe just came in and said Swamp Papa. Kind of grosses me out, but
Swamp Happy, let's go.
Eli still does his hat. Ooh, I might have to wear that thing.
You gotta come and earn it. You gotta come get it. Come get it from cold dead hands, baby.
Oh, any way I can. Good evening for all the killer bees. Who's that? Pedro. And then
that team out of Florida.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So that's our comments right now. We want to bring Beast on?
Yeah, let's get him going. How's it going?
Hey guys.
Beast.
Quick comment though. If Rook tries to steal that hat, it's actually bigger than he is, so that's gonna be funny.
You're just gonna see the legs underneath it.
Exactly.
Well, we all know if that hat hit the ground, Beast wouldn't be able to pick it up. So I don't know what he's talking.
We're gonna sort this.
We got to get old man on an oxygen tank out here. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you this weekend. I'll make sure
Oh
to
my
send snacks
word!
and water. I know it's gonna be a long, hard one for you.
Uh-huh.
You started it.
It's getting hot in here, boys. Woo!
Oh, we're
Woo!
just beginning. We're just
There's
beginning.
minutes in this.
All right. So for everybody that doesn't know Beast, introduce yourself. Who are you? Name, call sign, all that good stuff.
Name's Curtis Baumgardner, call sign Beast. Play for the Headhunters. We're both North Carolina and a Texas team. Been playing since '92. Actually, been playing mainly with the same guys since '92. Done everything from just started out rec ball, working out at the fields, switched over to tournaments, took a little bit of break. Life does that.
Mm-hmm.
Come back, and Scenario came into a new whole world, and I am just addicted and loving it.
Hell yeah!
92 is wild. I'm sorry. That one number hit me like a ton of bricks, dog. 92? 1992?
Rook, when were you born again?
I wasn't even born yet. That's crazy to me. And I'm not young. I'm not young.
Hey, Rook,
power to you, though.
you have
Sorry.
to be this tall to ride the ride.
It's all right. When you guys get older, you guys tend to stand up less and less straight.
Hey, 6'4", I could lean over totally halfway and still be taller than you.
Damn, 92 is crazy. Nick was born in 91, and Nick's like the oldest of us. I'm just saying. But Beast, power to you, dog. Power to you.
I was born before that, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot Perky's old too.
Yeah, I got the gray hair in there. Oh, it's hidden. But it's in there.
I color mine like this, so.
Good man. Good man.
Let's see. We got some comments in here real quick. The chat's active. Scuba forever? That means something to somebody.
Oh yeah, that's my swamp hat. That's my
there you go.
there.
Eli said, "Better glue that hat to your head." William Crook said, "Good evening, gentlemen." Let's see. All the Texas peep and Florida peeps are here. Nick, squirrels in the chat now. Let's see. All dead bases is what Chris Striker Scotting's asking. We'll get to that in a second. We're just having fun right now. We're just having fun. We don't got to talk shop just yet. Zoe said, "And yet you're still older than me, Rook. Impressive." Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna make fun of her on the page. I'll just do it in private. All right, so perfect. What do we got, Perky? What else we got?
So for both of you as commanders, right? So Rook, you said you're commanding blue side, Beast, you're commanding red side, which is interesting because NNK normally finds itself on red, even though it's not normally like the thought that we have.
Yeah.
It just always happens that way. So obviously you both have experience for commanding. What is keeping you guys getting back into the box time and time again?
Insanity. Me personally, I really had not planned on getting back into the box. I commanded 2 games, XO'd 1 game, won the 2 I commanded, which that felt good. I decided when my health got better, I was just gonna get out there and shoot faces. But when Desi contacted me and said CPX was bringing something, Bones and Ashes, to Texas, I felt that I wanted to be part of making something epic out there. What's up? And for CPX to make sure it is an annual event.
Right.
I wish we'd had a little bit more time to recruit and build up for this, but I am going to do everything, and I know Rook will too, that, whether red team wins or blue team loses, we're going to make this a fun event.
You really had to slow down and think about that one. I just want to point that out there. Almost got tripped up there, man. Life alert if you need it. Life alert if you need it. So
I feel like he practiced that in front of a mirror just to make sure he got it,
He was like, So for me, just to answer the question real quick, I think me and Beast are on the same page of this one. When Desi was on the phone with me, asking me this, that, and the other, I mean, the thing I wanted to tell him is that I'm trying to make it a logistical nightmare for him and him and Barno. I want that many people there. I
Mhm.
want that many people filling up the parking lot. I want shit overflowing from the toilets because they just can't
Mhm.
handle how many people are there. I want them to bring in porta potties into the parking lot because we just got to fucking figure it out.
How
So
about the
for
field?
me, that's for me, that's what I want,
Can we
right?
at least just have plenty of porta potties without the visual of the
Oh
overflow?
man, I got a porta potty story for y'all. It's tough.
Oh no.
I had some grumbles at 3:30 in the morning, and I almost threw up just opening that bad boy. But that's another story for a different. I gotta read this chat here in a second. I'm just kind of watching it go by. But no, ultimately, that's my goal here. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't play to lose. I'm extremely competitive, but at the end of the day, CPX is a giant event that now Texans don't have to fly out for. So
Mhm.
I want to make sure they're here to stay, and I want to make sure it grows. And I want all those cool ass videos on YouTube with those 2,000 player,
Yep.
drone shots of us. That's what I
Da-
want. I
Yeah.
want
Damn
people to
straight.
travel out to here. Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, a Mad Frog, I've seen them travel up in Oklahoma. I've seen a lot of people. Oklahoma is where they stop, right? Now is our chance to prove it and bring them down here and have a big ass event that
Mhm.
everybody keeps coming down to.
Yep.
That's ultimate goal for me, but obviously you have to get this work beast. I'm sorry. That's secondary. But we got to get as many people as we can there. I mean, I told everybody, bring your mom, your dad, your uncle, your sisters, your brothers, and I mean, I'm talking to the guys at the local fields, bringing in the weekend guys. Just come hang out with me for a weekend, and yeah,
Every
just
single person that you can get that has that was one of the things was, you know, it matters, right? How many, especially on like the local side of things, right? Everyone plays, a lot of people, anyways, most people play rec ball, right?
Mhm.
And all they see is just you in a, battle in this little arena, fight to the death, get this flag, yada, yada. It becomes that. But there's this other world that really comes down to, all of us that are involved in scenario paintball that take time to go to your rec ball fields, your local fields to play, that grab that pump player, hey, bro, could really use your damn good crack shot. That one guy can change a whole move
Mhm.
because he doesn't know how the whole field plays, but he knows how to play,
Right.
getting that kid and his dad hooked up, just whatever it is, just getting them out to the field and
Right.
having them experience an open world, an open map gameplay. You can play it as hard, as slow, as tactful, as brutal as you want.
Mhm.
It's an element that's there for you.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Yep.
And
that's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
yeah, I think one thing we do lack out here in Texas now that me and the fellas have traveled to a couple different games on both ends of the United States is that the event starts and stops on the field. There's like Folda Gap where we went to go see you, Desi.
Mhm.
And I mean, you got vendor row, you got food out there, you got all sorts of things going on. And like to me, like I'm a big concert goer. So things are like a festival. That's what I think of
Yeah.
an event, right? You got all this crap going on. It's all the shit you like, all in one place, right?
Yep.
Paintball, weird 3D printed shit, the food. Who doesn't like food? And all the stuff that goes up and down, and the people that make it happen. The people printing shirts out of their van to make it happen, right? And we're right there with our money, just handing it to them because it looks good. So at the end of it all, I just want this thing to be an event, an event, not just another event.
Not a game. We're
Yep.
going to have ourselves an event.
Hmm.
Absolutely. We
Right.
got to start somewhere. And I'm so thankful for both of you guys on the short notice. We're still working out things, trying to figure out working with the local fields. It's different when, like for me, when I'm hosting an event at my field, we have all the connections, we have all the people, we already can run this, we can hit play at any given time, and we
Hmm.
can run a scenario this weekend. You know what I mean? It's something that we can do. But when traveling to new locations, there's definitely, especially I'm not from your guys' area, right?
Right.
The team's from typically on the East Coast side, and a couple of us here and there from the Midwest. But you know, us coming into your guys's, your house, it was a logistic thing that I never really took into consideration and really grasped and realized on how you think you have so many connections and people that you can reach out to, and then all of a sudden you start moving west, and it's like, whoa, crap. Okay. So I'm so thankful for you two stepping up to the plate on short notice, putting together a game and bringing the bodies out, getting the players to come enjoy themselves. And it's from me, from CPX, guys, thank you. You guys really have done so much already just by stepping up to the plate.
We definitely, with it being CPX, we wanted to be part of it. And I'll rephrase what I said earlier. It don't matter who wins or loses. I want an epic event that makes this an annual epic event that grows, period.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I promise you this. We are going to do everything in our power to ensure that the players enjoy themselves, that the vendors turn a profit, that the field is going to get a recognition and notice across the board, and let's do this. Let's do this, guys. We can do it.
100%. 100%. I'm going to jump through this chat real quick. We got some stuff I'm not going to repeat going on in this chat about reach arounds and whatnot, and how Beast.
If they're from Florida, my bad, bro.
No, Beast gives me the best pee-pee touches. I mean,
That's gotta be Chuck.
You know what? I don't judge, Beast.
That's gotta be Chuck.
So we're going through here, and let's skip all the pee-pee talk. And
please.
Yeah, CPX says there's always one person that ruins the porta potties for everyone. Yeah, just
every time, bro. Every time. Why do you have to squat over the thing?
Striker says, Kurt, me and the boys will come see you at your base like we did when you were reffing last year. So that sounds like a little bit of a challenge. I'm sure you'll get plenty of knocks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Everybody's out there gunning for who can get the most knocks on that door.
Oh, I know.
Best vendor ever was at the event. Massage therapist at Super Game Oregon.
Oh,
interesting.
Nice.
Interesting.
Wow.
I saw some really cool vendors at Super Game Oregon. It was a wet and rainy weekend. That is for sure.
Bro, that was brutal. That was brutal. Oh.
Man, I wish I knew that. I have it's funny, so I don't normally run a speedball marker, but because I've got really bad tendonitis, if I were to use a speedball marker and actually start running the trigger, you'll actually hear da 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 because my fingers start slowing down, and I'm like, what's the point? Like, so just run back these days. But it would have been cool to know that was there. So.
Sick.
All right.
Move on to the next question. We got a couple more in here. We got Menendez in here. That's a weird name for me to say. I know who that is. Y'all could read his comment. It says greeting from the Mexican Osama. Long story attached to that one. But that's cool that he's in here. I will say that. What's that next question, Perky?
So with your experience, and this is for both of you again. So with your experience commanding, what has been the most challenging aspect to master when it comes to being a commander?
I think I can answer this one pretty easy for me. I think it's the personalities of the teams you got, and balancing that with not only winning, but also winning the event, in my opinion, which is giving everybody a good time. I can give the same missions to teams I know that'll make it happen. But it makes it a little bit different when I see, somebody not in a jersey or just kind of coming out to play, and you give them the mission. And you say, "All right, bro, come on, we're gonna go this way, and you're gonna do it. I'm gonna get you there," and it becomes a totally different aspect. So balancing kind of the urge to win with making sure that everybody has a good time and good fun, and also understanding the different teams. Different teams do different things. Everybody's out there to play their own game. I mean, we're not get paid to do this, so it's not like I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna only shoot when I tell you to." It's more like, what do you feel like doing today? You feel like going smashing bodies? Head down the center. You feel like running some missions? We got 2 teams on the flank this way, 2 teams on the wire that way. Go ahead and go. But getting everybody involved, I think it's the hardest thing to balance, because I've seen games where commanders make all the differences, or they fail horribly. And it took me till that point to change my image on what I am doing as a person, because again, weirdly competitive. Some commanders I went against weren't as nice as Beast, and we didn't get along that well. So guess what? We smashed them all the way in, and I go back and reflect, and it's like, the other players on that side probably didn't have any fun while
Right.
we were holding them outside of their base, just smashing them constantly, right? So realizing how big of a part you play in all this, I think is the ultimate challenge. Because then all these little things come out to play, like, is the general public having fun? The people that may or may not come back again because you fucked up their time or not. Or like I remember specifically, I gave this little kid, I gave him my LV 1.5, and he just goes and rips that thing. Now, this kid was out like 10 minutes ago. I mean, but he was just standing there, just letting it rip, and he was getting roasted, but he was having a great time. And it took me five. And the thing was, I gave him my gun while I was sitting there talking to somebody else. Like, I was just yapping. I was dead, tired, too fat to walk back. And I was just yapping, and it just took those little moments to change that. And me being me, I hope he's out there, keeping on playing paintball because of a little moment like that. So, we have a big responsibility, and I don't think everybody really understands how big that is. So I
I
think
agree.
that's my biggest challenge, is that to finally figure that out. Because don't get me wrong, you would ask this Rook 2 years ago, I'm like, I'm stomping beast shit in. Period. There is no other option. There is no other shot. It's all gas, no break. Feelings hurt, doesn't matter. But as we get on and we play these people, we fight against these people that are our friends, and sometimes they're our friends and sometimes they're our foes. I think commanding is just a more important part than just that.
Well, Rook has hit, I mean, most of the high points, definitely. I mean, I think he read my script personally, but it's a balance of, commanding, but making sure everybody feels important, useful, not like they're just commanded to do something, but they're useful doing it and they're having fun. Again, that's this. I don't care about the win or lose. Yes, I do. But everybody's got to have fun.
Mhm.
And the more fun that people are having, the more they're going to do for you, the more they're going to want to go out and get that extra mission that, oh, maybe we can't get it. Oh, yeah, we're going to go get it. I mean, it's just a balance.
100%. I
Mhm.
mean, I can vouch for like my guys. I like when we prospect, I like the team. Usually the prospect doesn't know the whole team's prospecting them, and they're really getting watched by every single person on the
Mhm.
team. I also like to run with them to see what they are and what they're like. And Diego, one of our guys from Texas Paintball, he didn't really play that many scenarios. And just to keep the story short, we were, getting a mission done. And the team of the, Gorillas, the paintball team here in Texas, they walked past us, and I swear to God, they almost stepped on them. And like, it's those moments where you can hear your heartbeat in your head, and you're just trying not to breathe too loud. And I wear loud stuff. I got gold all over me. My gun's gold, everything. You know what I mean? And my mask is gold.
Bougie.
Diego's exactly. So then we got Diego that's laying down. I swear to God, one of them almost steps on his barrel, and I'm like, "Don't move, brother."
Oh, I
And
remember that.
we're
I
just
remember
sitting there.
that.
Yeah, you were there. Beast was
Yep.
actually there for this because we
I
completed
was
that mission.
repping it.
Yep. And we sat there, and they walked by, and I'm standing up next to a tree that's entirely too small to hide me, and I'm just trying to blend. I'm just like, "Oh no, oh no!" And I pick up my gun, and then I'm like, "Diego," and he sits up, and we just start mowing them down, and just ambush, murder. It was awful. But again, he's played a lot of speedball, a lot of rec ball. He hops up. He's like, "Bro, that was some Mission Impossible shit." He's like, "I've never done anything as cool as that. That was so fucking." He was just yammering. As soon as we got back to the camp, he's just telling all the boys about it. And it's just little things like that that really don't take much effort for you to remember that, because that's gonna stick in my mind. And it was also
Clearly
awesome
does.
that Beast was a part of that. Now that I'm remembering that, you were the ref there, and it was just
Mm.
little moments like that. I mean, they make big memories.
That's it. That's it right there, man. Going to
Mhm.
make for memory. In
Exactly.
the end, that's all we got, dude. When we're laid up in a bed, man, at the end of our, when it's time for us to start checking out of this time that we
What you
got,
gonna think about?
all we got, dude, is I hope I got one of y'all next to me in a bed, bro. That's just, yo, you remember that? So sick. I would,
Yeah.
there's just gonna be like, okay, Grandpa, let's go and put
Yeah,
you
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's me in about 3 weeks.
hitting this chat real quick. We'll go on to the next question. Let's see. It says Rook's secret weapon is here. Sebastian will be making an appearance back at Bones and Ashes. Seabass.
Seabass.
From Cobra. Let's see. Gage is in here. He says he's in bed right now. They're having a weird conversation. Desi's gonna be the winning commander, says Rob Maryland.
Good. Yeah, third faction wins. Yay. This is a shit game.
Gage says, Desi, can't wait to see you. Pedro said, Desi loaded my mag, sending me back to the DZ1 I folded 2 years ago on crunch time. So it's going to be a great time. I think we got a lot of ballers there. I think you guys are going to, I have an inkling on who's going to be in the, what's it called? What do you call it? Your third faction? Skirn?
Char.
Char. I have an inkling who's going to be there. So now I might have to just, take a passerby just to do it to y'all. Because I found out some of the names on there and it'd be entirely too fun not to go and shoot y'all just to do it.
Hey, Rick,
Good.
Rick.
Look, and we are kind of in the business of selling some paint. So come on, come
I
sling it.
know. It's you got me there. You got my money there.
I
What's
love
up,
it.
Beast?
I am the worst player on earth. I am god awful at playing paintball. But I don't mind getting blown up. Like, I'm here for the fray of it, dude. I am here for that. I probably should talk to someone about that with the medical,
Yeah.
Hey,
therapist.
Rick, how about a 30-minute truce just to chase down the char?
I wouldn't
that's
mind that. Just to stomp them for a little bit. Let's see if anybody has it in them to put their foot to the barrel and get at it. I don't know. I love doing that shit. That's my stuff right there.
I'm gonna need a Pedialyte after it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an ibuprofen the size of a hockey puck and a Pedialyte.
Yeah. I'm a shit player. I just lane everything. Call it a day. Hopefully something hits it eventually. All right, Perky.
Yeah. So we're obviously all here to discuss the CPX event. So Desi, if you were to put a kind of like a guide for new players into a CPX game in terms of like a tour guide, what details would you include to make sure that the players go out of their way to make sure that they get a great experience overall?
So for me, I'm different. I'm weird. I'm the one that kind of sticks out. And I guess my ultimate guide, my thought process is different than a lot of others. And the first things first, like at the very top of the list, is obviously you got to bring someone in to come play the game, but bring a buddy, bring someone that's never done it before. If they can only make it for a day, make it for a day. I highly recommend newer players, go and check in, do it for a day at least, but come at this event with open eyes and honest words, straight up. If you're, as a newer player, first time CPX player, this is something new for you. This is the first time over in your guys' neck of the woods. So there's a lot of prep and a lot of stuff that goes into it, right? So come at this with some open eyes and keep, bring facts, right? If there's areas and room for improvement on something that you feel genuinely can be, please come tell us.
Right.
Because we need that feedback, right? We are definitely the kind of people that want to know how can we improve it. Because also every region's different how they play, right? In how people up in Canada are going to want to play. They're going to play entirely different. How you guys in Texas play, right? I think Texas and Florida, we can get along. That we're pretty much on the same page of like.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Come on with it, bro. And then we're definitely catching a beer afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But, all these. So we want to make sure that the event is catered to the players. And so if there's something you guys feel, let us know. We're actually at the end of events, we're working it out where an email will be sent out to all the players. That will be some for feedback. Please tell us, how was your event? What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? How can we improve this and that? So your voices are counting. They're going to be headed right over to us. So I think that's important too, going at that. So open eyes when you're coming to the event for sure. Get involved with these missions. If you are a sneaky guy, if you're a first time guy and you just love to be the ninja, right? Be the ninja, but be the ninja with possibly some of these missions to take place, right? A lot of these things are going to get, I got it written down here. There are going to be missions for the caveman. There's going to be some missions that you're going to get your hands on. I'm so excited. Oh, yes. Because it's arts and crafts time, ladies and gentlemen. And I love arts and crafts. So we're getting crafty with the props in this. So if you want to have the involvement and the fun and get immersed into the game, get involved in these missions. You know, it's something that you really, really will enjoy. There'll be missions that are just simple treasure hunts. You got to go find the super cool shiny stuff. You want that super cool shiny stuff. But however, keep in mind, some of these missions, you're going to run into the third faction char. A lot of these missions, wherever they're taking place, you're not walking into it. How many times have you been to an event where you walk in, you see the prop on the floor, there it is, grab the prop, walk out, and you never even engage with a single person. You never even got in to a fight. Then the other team comes up and you're on the flip side of that coin. You walk up, where's this prop? Where's the stuff? Now you're getting upset at the referee. Whereas now you're at production, where's the stuff? So it has this compounding effect. You're not walking in and just picking up some props. That's just not gonna happen. Gonna make you work for it. So when you get involved with the missions and the mini missions that are there, get involved, get your hands on it. You're going to love it. And I think the last one, ultimately, for first-time players, first-time CPX players, enjoy your vacation. You took time off work, or you are using up PTO. You're taking time away from your family, or you brought your family, which is also what I recommend you do. Or you've put something off, or you've got like a week's worth of laundry that you definitely should have gotten a hold of and done, but you know, ball is life and I got to get out there and go play. So I'll deal with that when I come home on Monday. Right. Enjoy your vacation. You've spent money to enjoy yourself. Right. So keep that in mind. If you're running into a situation where you're starting to feel like Betty White, you may need to get yourself a Snickers, dude. You might have been on that field for the past 4 hours and you don't realize you have spent all of your energy. You've had adrenaline thumping through your chest for hours on end. Dude, you may just need a cheeseburger, brother. Take a second. If you're feeling frustrated in a certain way, you feel like you got robbed on something or whatever, dude, go take a break. Go chill. Go swap some war stories in camp, man. Go check out the pro shop, you know, catch your breath, relax. You're on vacation. Enjoy your vacation time. Don't waste it on feeling frustrated, getting worked up about something.
Or the porta potty.
Yeah. Don't take it out on the porta potty, though. I mean, if we really want to get down to the shit talk, we need to discuss that porta potty. All right. Look, I use it. All right. I ain't no demon. All right. I'd
rather shit in the woods than use one of those. I'll be real with y'all.
Come on. I'll go and piss in the woods, bro. But if the Call of Duty comes to bear, please, for me, just wipe it off. Just wipe the seed off for the love of everything good and pure. Please. No one discusses this. And this is a disgusting thing that has gone undiscussed.
This is what the real talk is about.
Yeah,
right
the
here.
real talk here. So, I guess what you guys need to get out of this for first-time players, go make a friend. It is very, very possible at the end of this weekend, you can have a new friend. It's possible you're going to be able to reestablish and reaffirm that camaraderie and brotherhood and sisterhood that you've created with someone already. You know, a lot of the time, this is the only time we get to see our paint family. Right. So get together with your tribe and make this event yours. With this being a brand new event, we can cultivate a new culture within this event. Right. But it comes down to the players. There's only so much to cultivating a positive and kick-ass event. From the production side, we can do everything in our power, but if the players themselves aren't willing to cultivate a brand new culture within an event, we're doing the best we can, but it comes down to the players enjoying themselves.
Exactly.
I think the the main thing for Texas in response to the first part was we're so used to a very limited amount of different types of producers, and so we're so used to playing the same game at the same field, essentially, that having variety is really what we need. And paintball is very insulated in the state of Texas. So we're insulated from within and from without. So, right. So a lot of Texas players, we don't travel outside of the state. And so I know there's typically more games than there are players up north. And then down here, it's the other way around. So I feel like for everyone that's watching, like, please grab your friends, come play, make this a great event, because we definitely need the variety. We want something new. We want something exciting. And how else to do that? By showing up and enjoying ourselves. Rook, do you have anything else to add to that?
No, not really. I mean, I think we hit all the points with the field. I'm gonna run through this chat real quick, and then I think there's a couple questions in here about the field if we want to put up some of those pictures of the field. So let me go down here. Let's see. So Britton was in here. He's one of our teammates. Hasn't been around for a little bit. He said, "Damn, Rook, you still look sexy." I knew Britton was gonna show up. I would have shaved. But everybody's in here. Like, let's see. Once Desi starts limping, his KD goes way the fuck up. Rob Maryland said that. Here we go. We got a real question here. Jack Richardson, what's the style of the field like? Woods, urban, both. So, What's Up offers a lot to you. In the middle of the field, we could start there. Most exciting part I like to play in there is the connexes. It's a circle of connexes with windows facing both outside of the circle and inside of the circle. And then there's a group of connex inside of this circle. So it kind of looks like a target. Each connex is connected end over end with each other all the way around. So you can actually bob and weave inside of this entire circle, or go, heads up with somebody in there and figure out if they're friendly or not. That's always fun.
So it's entirely hollow all the way through. You can get wrecked.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good picture of it right there. They have these little, I'm gonna call them, some are actual bridges, some are kind of makeshift to so you can work your way in there. And inside there's a bunch of walls that go left to right, left to right, left to right, obviously, so it's not just one big
they're basically half wall partitions, so that way it gives you cover on the ends
if you're fighting inside of a connex.
Right.
Those connex is really fun to fighting windows, fighting from the windows, all of it. I love playing this area a lot. If you look kind of to the, I'm just going to call the top of this picture north. If you look southeast of that, that's our little town with the buses up top, closest to the netting. That right there is very much so a house CQB feel. It's houses to houses. There are some different elements you can use as cover going between the houses, but that's definitely like it's time to pick up your pod pack and get it kind of situation. You don't really play that area too slow, or else you're going to get got, because there's a lot of angles and it's really just about taking over. Farther down south, kind of to the southwest, that's what we call Tombstone. So there are a bunch of slat of rocks that stick in and out. That's a very deceiving field. I've played with people that I have ran away from and then just ducked and then came back and shot them, because all the slats kind of stand right here to the left a little bit. There's still more down there, but this is that bus, and this is actually the connector between the Tombstone and to the right, where you see the buses and houses. And right up front, you can see it right there, the connexes. There's like a little watchtower you can shoot off from. A lot of first strikers like to hang up out there. But that Tombstone area is super deceiving. You can walk past something and then just kind of stop and come back and snap shoot somebody out. It's really fun to play there. It's really fun to push, because again, that's another one of those areas where you could lay on your chest behind this little wall and eventually get shot out, or you can just get at it and jump 2 bunkers and see if you can get him in one go. So we have this portion of the field, which is probably the most dense portion of the field. You go off to the left of this, there's a bridge. We call it Water Park. It's a giant X-ball style field. Yeah, here it is. This is some of it. This actually part of the park is a lot.
This is the furthest west half of Water Park.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I see the hill. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, so this also leads into the woods, which the woods is a whole nother thing, but here it's just a giant X ball field. This is where we usually do a final battle at, split it down the middle, and fight for the flags at the 50. Really fun to play. I love making my way up to the hill when I can and popping the top, shooting over and shooting some poor helpless soul that's trying to flip the flag with no gun in his hand. But you end up usually paying for it. You got enough people out there throwing rope at you. You know, you're gonna pay for what you do out there. Now the woods are a little bit more complicated because the back half of this Connex circle I told you guys about, the containers, is actually in the woods. Our woods out here, so again, I've gotten to play in California, I've gotten to play all the way out in Oregon, I've gotten to play over in the Midwest for Folda Gap and all that. So the woods in Texas are trees, but we have trails, but you can actually play in between the trails. So I've played out in California, and we get off the beaten path, man, and we might not make it out of there. I mean, the debris, like, man, it was bad. And we were like, I need to go. I need to get out of here. But everything is very playable here. We have creeks, where some of the altitude gets really high, so you actually can stand really above it. Or some of it gets pretty deep where you're like in it. Good place to run through if you're just trying to take bodies out. Once you guys get out there, I suggest explore. There's nothing you can't really get into that is I mean, anywhere you want to go on that field, you can get to. You can do it in a beeline, or you can take some trails and take some kind of hard cover and be more sure of yourself as
going off the beaten path and taking a nature walk while trying to hunt.
yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah,
and
I love that.
yeah,
I'm
so
all out the woodsy.
yeah, there's the woods are really fun to play here, and they're extremely playable. A lot of
But
smaller
this
trees
is, this
you
is
won't
where
find
people
big.
want to ball out those right here at these buildings and buses, it looks like.
Yeah, the buildings and buses are fun. This is that close quarter. I mean, this guy basically has two options here. He's going to fight the guy in front of him, or he's going to haul ass to the left and try to get on his wall. Because if you go up front a little bit, you got those buses. I'm sure there's somebody sitting in there waiting for him. And then there's more buildings to the right of him that are just going to cross him up. So this is definitely one of those do or die fields. And, you know, you kind of just give it a head check and make your best gut judgment and make it happen.
Risk the biscuit.
Yep. So it's same field. We've added a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've added a little bit more since here, but a lot of buses to play. The buses you actually get all the way inside. Um, you could sit down and lean up against one of the windows if that's your thing and start shooting people. All the way in, all the way out. Nothing is not playable here. I've also seen fields with like glass still hanging out of their cars and their junkers. None of that happens here. It's all pretty safe. Obviously, you know, be careful what you grab and touch, but you definitely can get in those.
Nice.
And then
What
don't forget
else?
the north side of the field, the silos.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
trenches,
Yeah,
silos.
what a cool looking dude. Like Sleepy Hollow kind of vibes, bro.
Yeah, I mean the field we played it this last weekend and it was foggy in the morning. Man, it was creepy. You're just walking in the woods. It's all gray and dark, and the tree line's thick. Like if you get in there, if there's a breeze out there, you ain't gonna feel that breeze inside the woods.
So we're looking at the top right corner of this map right
Yep,
here.
northeast, very top right corner. So those are the trenches and the
Okay,
silos.
those
So
are the silos that's running that top road there.
yeah,
Like, okay, cool.
really fun place to play. I think it's underutilized for the field, but it is out of the
Mhm.
way. There was Conquering Hell that made a very good game mode that started in here, and it's just a really fun place to fight out of and to fight into. So you have the silos where you can see that line of buildings, then you have the road, and then you have some more tombstones that are kind of slated right before you jump into the trenches. So you got the crazy guys that just go straight up in there, you know, 5-foot jump into the hole. And then there's a couple other different spots where you can walk in. Now it's kind of hard to tell from here, but one of the things I think I like about this that it is overgrown, right? You
Yeah.
don't know, there's not a hard line cut now where that cutout is where somebody's going to come up. And I think that's my favorite part because you just kind of lay halfway on the grass and you'd be amazed how many people just kind of miss
It's a
you.
whole nother element. It's a whole nother element when you're focused, when you have to look at prone, you're looking at the dirt. You're having to.
Yeah, it's that's a really good spot around the whole back end of the there's multiple trails throughout the whole field and they're well traveled trails. So you
You can
won't
see
get
it
too
here from the
lost.
drone shot.
Yeah, they're pretty well traveled. If you look at the south portion, there's almost a line that goes straight up all the way to the northeast portion. And that's a really well traveled line right there. There's other little trails that split off into the left and right portions of the field. And then again, you don't have to travel a trail at all. There's a couple spots I like getting to pretty quick that I don't use the trails on. Night games, when I do play them in the dark, you could see trails with the naked eye better than you can see when you're walking around in the woods. So I use the trails during night game because the path is a little bit lighter than the rest of everything else, and you won't be crunching on things when you're walking around in the woods. But I don't think we're doing a night game for this one, so that's null and void for this.
Yeah.
But this
Can't get
field,
our feet wet.
yeah, this field has pretty much a little bit of everything. We didn't even get to show the tire base with the long stretch down. It's my favorite place to fight. I love it. Oh, so this is the tire base. If you were to take 180 degrees and look the other way, you would see those buses we were talking about earlier. And on the way down here, there's just stacks of bunkers, one after the other, two stacks, one stack. So it's really one of my favorite places when you're trying to get at the other commander and they can see you coming and they keep looking out the window and you're like, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. And then you eventually make it all the way down there if you fight hard enough. But it is a tough fight, but it's one of my favorite straight up gunfights. Just they keep on spawning and coming back, and you're just taking inches at a time, and trying to make it work.
No, I'm
Let's
super
see.
glad that we're able to get the photos with Joe being up at the field today. Really glad because it gives when Christy and I were working on doing the missions and trying to find the locations, we've talked to a couple of the guys about like where, the 50-yard line kind of turns into for previous events and how can we adjust and alter it. And I'm going to tell you this right now, you guys are going to have your work cut out for you in them woods because that's where we're putting a chunk of those missions out there because to me, that's the roots of this game is in the woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having the buildings and the buses and et cetera, like all the man-made structures, that all came after, in that elements. So I'm excited to see just by the photos of the guys playing in the trees and the bushes, man, just got me.
Yeah, it gets in there and it's fun. I like to tell everybody that NNK is just a speedball team in the woods. That's how we play. There's no point in all of us waiting here in the woods all far back. We're just gonna get it and somebody's gonna die, but you're gonna go with me. You know what I mean? My homies are gonna go ahead and take care of that if I don't. Let me get in this chat real quick. We got a lot of stuff going when I was yapping. Let me see. Thank you for all the support from Brian Barnum. Sounds like we need to add a porta potty mission is what he said also. Will there be beer is what Otis says. Probably if you go to the right camp. Redneck, the bandits need to come to Florida in September 2 is what Nick said to him. Otis said, or I'm sorry, Redneck said Rook is fun to watch run. Well, there was a situation where I walked out. We were holding them in their base. Sorry about it. And I was running first strike for the first time in a long time. I was having a great time. I have to run. I have to get close. I'm just like, oh, dead. And so I was hanging up at the top of this hill like a gopher, just looking straight up. They can't shoot me, but I'm like, okay, I can shoot you. And I'm like calling out because all the teams are in the creeks. They're just around and they're just listening to my voice. And we got they finally crossed. They broke the line. And my ass took off into the woods and tried to run around and cut them off. My timing was bad. And so they came up. I wasn't ready for them. I had like half a mag. So it's like 10 rounds. And so I'm walking and I'm like, oh, shit, I messed up. So I'm looking at my feet, trying to dead man walk. And Redneck knows me too well. He goes, Rook. And I'm like, huh? What? Rook. And I'm like, what? He's like, are you out? And I was like, I threw my head up and I was just like, chink, and just sent them all at him. And there's he was with like 12 people. And so I heard one of his teammates yelling to my left. So I'm like, I got to dump this mag and reload it. I put it in and my gun comes up and I just get wrecked from in front, wrecked from the side. And it was just it was a good time though. It was a good time. Let's see. Oh yeah, always. Jack Richardson, ooh, them woods look great for my bush Wookiee suit. Probably.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god, yeah, dude. That's definitely with how overgrown some of that stuff is, bro. A ghillie suit killer could be in there. And good luck trying to find him.
John from Paintball Gateway, one of our sponsors, is going to be out there. A lot of the Gateway guys that I played rec ball with for a long time are going to be out there. So again, trying to just make this game as big as possible, and play with some tournament guys, play with some regular guys. Just come out and have a good time. I told you, Desi, I'm gonna get your name on that one. Third faction gonna have to earn it this time around. I got killers just for y'all, people that just like to fight.
I would hate to be bored.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
To be bored.
So, yeah, Paintball Gateway was gonna be out there. I'm super excited to see all those guys. When I see them on the scenario field, it's just I love watching their brains turn because again, there's one moment where they were trying to lie to me who they were. I was lying to them. And I'm like, John told me he signed up for the other side. Blah, 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 3 feet away from each other. And, just it's fun to see everybody. It's always a good time. Yeah. So Redneck said you won't be bored. Redneck's playing for me. Redneck is a funny guy. You'll get to meet him. He'll keep you entertained.
Let's go.
Well, actually, Redneck put in there whoever's got the better bourbon.
Well, he could tell you whatever he wants. He knows the right choice. But yeah, so it's all good. I can't wait. I can't wait for the game. I'm excited for it. Excited to play it. Kind of excited to command it. I wish I'd rather be playing it, but at the same time, I'm happy to be a part of it. It's just a weird feeling. I like to be a part of. I think the most challenging thing, again, going back, is as of lately, we've done a lot more commanding. And I get kind of FOMO when I see all my guys walking in the woods together and look all fucking cool. And they're just like, trotting around with their gear on. I can see all their names on their backs. And they're about to go get into it. I'm like, man, I'm at the box right now. Like, or like night games going on. They're like, hey, in the chat, hey guys, where do you guys want to eat at? And I'm like sitting there with a stupid flashlight on my head at the night game. Like, man, I'm hungry. I wish I could go. But man, I'm excited all the way around. I'm excited to see people I haven't seen in a while. And yeah, he's leading the third faction. Okay.
So real quick, since we were talking about Paintball Gateway, let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors.
Okay, perfect. So first off, we'll go with Paintball Gateway again. Paintball Gateway gives us all the equipment and the things we need to continue playing forward and keeping competitive. We get all our stuff there. John at Paintball Gateway here in DFW. Awesome guy. Great guy to talk to. A lot of knowledge. I haven't brought him a problem like I couldn't, that he couldn't fix himself. There's a couple of guys that work there that are just awesome. Next one is Dizana. Dizana keeps us looking good while we're doing it, right? I mean, their jerseys are they're great. They're great. Steve and his team, they're responsive. That's the only thing I ask for is, just to be responsive. So we were working previously with other people and they just were small fry to them, and they really make you feel that way. Steve, I tell him all the time, like, dude, don't answer me tonight. It's like midnight, 1 a.m. He's like, hey, dude, I got an answer for you. I'm like, no, this was for the morning. Don't do this right now. So I really respect them and I appreciate those guys working so hard for us. Elite Sports Media. That is the Perkinator himself. That is Perky. He does Elite Sports Media. If you want to show some of your work, I love saying this because a lot of the guys in his work are not as cool in real life, but damn it, he makes them look so much cooler. I mean, that guy's probably doing nothing, looking at nothing, but he looks like a badass doing it. So we have some great like that. He's practicing drills. He's not. There's nobody out there as him by himself.
There's actually not a play.
Yeah. So these guys. I mean, they look great. I know who that is. I can't talk bad about him. I know who that is. And then he does some more cinematic stuff like this for like.
I love the edit. Yeah, that's
this is for Mr. Rodriguez. This is him, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. They like that a little bit more. So any kind of flavor you got, Perkins can make happen for you. He does great at the field photography. I believe he will be taking pictures and appointments at CPX. Correct. So cool. Book him.
Yeah, so my brand is Elite Sports Media. I'll make some posts on the Facebook page, just linking. I basically just book appointments on time, so that way we meet at the respective spawn points, right? The command boxes. So we meet there at a specific time, and then get those shots in. And yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then last but not least, we have Trash Sports. They come up with a lot of custom T-shirts. Lucy, another guy on our team, we all rock it some way, somehow. If you guys, for a little bit there, everybody was wearing the headbands with the little devil horns on them. That Lucy
Yeah, I
made
like
those.
those. Those are sharp.
Yeah, hand sewn. He does everything in house. Get whatever you need. I mean, he hooks the guys up. The little things, right? We don't need giant sponsor to take care of everything, but Lucy's damn good with a sewing needle. He stitches us up when we need to, and patches us up because we're hard on our shit and it's expensive. So, yeah, and that's the gambit right there.
I do have to say, I do enjoy my Dizana jerseys, bro. For down here in Florida, dude. And I told Steve and Tim, I was like, bro, I need this borderline lace. Okay, I just need this thing breathing with our logo in my arm. The arms.
That's it. That's all you need. Yep.
That's all I need. If I want to wear pads, I'm gonna wear the pads. I don't need no thickness, no nothing, bro. I want to wear a long sleeve jersey when it's 98 degrees outside and breathing.
Yeah, that was our requirements. That was our requirements. I was like, look, same thing. Like, and what I was impressed was that when I put the jersey on, like, it's how breathable it is, but the print looks so good.
Yeah,
that was the biggest thing that stuck out to me. I was like, wow. And like, I regret it at wintertime though. Like, I get a good breeze hit me right in the chest, and I'm like, oh, so like, I felt that. Yeah, but that's all we needed. I was like, I just need some ripstop up to the elbow, and lace, basically. Yeah, and we're just gonna get it.
That thin, dog.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I had the hoodie designed just like our jersey. So in the colder months, I throw that on, and I'm wearing a hoodie. And then actually, Dizana just came out with their the thermal joggers for the colder weather. So the extra padding, it's really nice.
Joggers.
You don't wear joggers? I'm pretty sure you wear joggers. Don't lie to me. I'm pretty sure I've seen you in joggers.
When I'm sitting
here we go. Here we go.
And I decided to kick on the Xbox. I said, you know what? There is a little bit of a chill in the house with it being 72 degrees outside. I think I'm going to throw on some pants. I throw on my joggers. If I'm hunting humans, I'm putting on my original JTs because I know I'm about to beat my knees to death.
Yeah.
But to each his own. Nonetheless, though, a quality product, though.
Oh, yeah.
Jogger wearing weirdos.
Joggers all day. You see, that's where you see the line of the old and the new. Is if you look at their pants, because it's funny, because I'm thinking about my teammates right now. I can think of one guy specifically named after a fruit that wears still square tanks Empire pants. And I'm like, dog, how do you even walk in those? They're flapping on each other. Like,
they're parachutes, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, if I hit you in the knee, would you even feel it? Like, it's just crazy. And I could think of him specifically because he still wears them. And every time we're walking in the woods, I'm like, bro, can you be any louder? Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, oh my God. But
you get ahead of you before you start walking, bro.
Yeah, just go back there. Joggers are for guys that drink IPAs. That's what Redneck said. Redneck, I'm pretty sure you wear joggers, bro.
I thought you did too.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw you last weekend running around in some joggers, but
oh man.
Hey, if you're gonna do it, own it. If you're gonna do it, own it. Joggers are for guys with man buns. Well, one, a redneck, I don't know if you drink IPAs, and two, you got no hair, but you're wearing joggers, dog. I'm just saying. I don't know what you got going on, but you were wearing joggers last weekend, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Oh, dude, my face freaking hurts from laughing so much this time. Oh.
All right. So what else do we got? I don't want to drag this.
Yeah. Well, my last question was actually for Desi. So with all the hard work that goes into our production, from the tiniest detail leading all the way to the event itself and the days after its conclusion, in your experience, what has been the proudest day for you as a producer?
Proudest day of a producer. I guess I'd have to say it's on two elements. Like, I'm pretty an emotional guy. So the most victorious moment that for me that was just monumental for me is when we hit for our Jurassic game that my wife and I host. We hit 721 players, and and that's active players. That's not moms. That's not the dogs. That's not the other crotch goblins running around. Like, that's just players, right?
Ballers.
That's not the vendors. That's not the and I think it was that weekend I suffered my first anxiety attack. I thought anxiety was made up, bro, and I felt an anxiety attack for the first time. I was like, oh God, we did it. However, we maxed out the entire property. So it was a monumental
Logistical
thing.
nightmare.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we now have made that adjustment, and that was a pretty monumental thing for like a victory, right?
Mm-hmm.
But something for me that was a really monumental moment for production wise. It was a humbling moment. I made in basically like executive decision on something regarding with a game going on. It wasn't going right. There was everything I kept trying to do to make the game go right. I couldn't get it back to balancing. I started seeing my friends all having frustrating times. There was so much well up in all of what was taking place, and I was just crap. I know what I need to do. I know what needs to happen. I just need to execute it, and I need to do it right now. However, the rest of the team, from production, from head referees, from, didn't know what was going on. And at the end of it, one of my best friends and I, the head ref and I, we ended up getting into it, and it was at the time, I thought I made a good choice. I thought it was because the players were having fun now. So everything was right. However, it was different breaches that I made a mistake by overstepping and not communicating. And I ended up running over into the bushes and just crying, bawling my eyes out because of how much of a failure I just felt with this whole thing. And to come out of it and the next day realizing, okay, here's the mistakes that were made. It's enough. Here's the mistakes. Don't do this again. This is how we do things. And the business then, therefore, our production just got that much better and stronger. And that, to me, I think was my most monumental thing, was realizing I can't do everything and I shouldn't do everything. I need to work with the team to make sure we're all on the same page so it can happen a lot easier and all of that. So when it comes to production, it's a passionate job. It's, at least for, I can say for Dr. J Productions and for CPX, it is a passion. We give a shit, genuinely give a shit about going into this because we're putting on a show for our friends. So that's my monumental thing. Hit a huge ass number of player count and then cried like a baby in the bushes.
Rolling around on the ground.
Oh, terrible, bro.
Fetal position?
Yards, dude. Oh.
Fetal position?
So we got
yeah, I was hunched over in the bushes. It was definitely fetal position. Yeah, for sure. I didn't want anyone else to see this going down.
We got Nick in the chat. Is NNK coming to Dreaded Legends this year out in Orlando? I think it's a hard maybe, depending how nice the third faction is to me, I guess. See, Beast, take notes of how this works.
No, they're not coming.
I'm gonna smash that ass, Desi. I'm gonna put everything I got on it. It's gonna be great. No, but in all seriousness, go ahead.
I'm telling you, depending on how cold it is, all right, in Texas, all right, I'm gonna have more layers on than like you can.
He's just gonna be like, what?
I mean, bro, I ain't gonna feel shit, dog.
Yeah.
It's that cold. Homie ain't playing it. 5 layers minimum.
Dreaded we have to bully him, Desi Johnson. Oh, you're trying to bully me? Oh, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
No, but Dreaded Legends for sure. Redneck said NNK Bandits road trip. Dog, I ain't driving, but I'll meet you there on a plane. But no, 100%. Oh, a lot of stuff happening. Let me stop on one subject. So yes, we want to go out there, Desi, to Dreaded Legends. One of the games we have on our list this year. We just have to work it out with everybody to get there. Obviously, we have a crew of like usually 6 that go. And obviously, we're trying to grow that a little bit more, but with more people, it becomes a little bit more difficult to plan the
Yeah,
logistics
it's
of it.
logistics. You got to work out logistics, rooming, food, travel, all that. That's why it's so. That's why there's such a small fraction of traveling paintball players. The realistic end of it is that there's. I mean, I think I'd be stretching to say like a quarter of the paintball players across the board travel. I would think it's even a smaller fraction than that. So that's why we wanted to bring the game to you guys.
You got to remember,
100%.
Texas is, we can drive in 8 hours in the same direction and still be in the same state.
And you're still in the same spot, dude. Yep.
For sure, for sure.
State, bro.
Eli said, still live. Dang, I had time to settle down, read the morning paper, and brew myself a nice cup of pop, which is foul. It's soda, dog, not pop.
Oh, it is, man.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I got in the back of my head when I cussed. Okay.
Yeah, pop is wrong. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. NNK is going to start traveling a little bit more than they usually do. What else? I think that's about it, guys. I think we've but we could talk about our XOs real quick.
XOs.
Yeah, so go ahead, Beast. Who's your XO?
I've got Austin Milliken of Hit Squad.
Nice. Austin's a good guy.
He is a great guy. He's got a great team. I'm still going to turn him loose on the field with his team. I mean, best choice I could make at the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good choice. I don't know, man. You might need to read those missions for you. I've seen you with those cards in your hand. It takes you a little long to get them out, but I'm just trying to give some helpful hints before we get there. Make sure you pack an extra pair of readers while you're in there. Just throwing that out there.
All I can imagine is Rook just yelling 92.
I'm sorry, Beast. I told you I was gonna be nice until I wasn't. I'm be bothering you all weekend. And then it's all love though. It's all love. I don't think I would rather go against anybody else but Beast for this one, in my opinion. I haven't taken an L yet in the box. And Beast, if you're that guy, then I'm more than happy to lose to you. But I have to earn that bad boy.
Hey, all I care about is the fun, man.
Oh yeah, and it's fun to win. Anyways, just fucking with you, Beast. My XO is none only. Walmart has, god damn, this is so distracting. I can't even talk. Walmart. Eli just said Walmart has readers for sale.
Squirrel.
Just in case you need them. I
bet you they'll be sold out before the event.
For real. Nick is being a traitor in there. He's, Nick is a Florida man now. He ain't Texas no more, I guess. He's being weird. But yes, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, my XO. So my XO is none only than Philip Ramirez of Cobra. Me and Phil have played together a lot of games, a long time, back and forth, XOing for him, commanding for him, back and forth. And we work really well together. And he knows when to get out of my way. So I love it. And he's always down about it, about, you go till you go, right? There is no break times for guys like us in the box. So it needs to get done.
Yeah.
Unless it's not him.
Oh, he's a hell of a choice. And that's what's going to make the victory that much sweeter, to be able to take him down and you down at the same time.
Well, like I said, we're just going to have to see about that. Because, Beast, I don't talk a lot of shit. I just let the results speak for themselves. And there's like 5 or 6 guys that talked more shit than you, and I handed each of them L's. So you can bring it on, buddy. But I promise you this, Beast, I will make you laugh. I will make you hate me. I will make you love me. You will have feel all the emotions.
What are you going on a date with him? What the
no? Well,
there's no porta potty time.
There you go. But at the end of the day, like you said, I don't think there's going to be any losers in this weekend.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
The winner will be CPX and the players.
I think Texas will be for sure.
Texas is the winner.
Texas will win this one. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I've people reached out that I haven't seen in a couple years to go ahead and come out for the game. So hopefully, when day comes, we did our job, Beast, and then all we have to do is the easy part, just play.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to just playing against you again.
Are you usually on my team?
Huh?
What do you mean playing against me? Are you usually with me?
After this game. I don't ever get to play with you, man. I've been reffing the games.
True. I like
Perfect.
shooting the zebra crew too, though.
Yeah.
No. I tell them, look, Desi, okay, let's talk about this real quick. Hot take. We'll take 5 minutes to talk about this, and then we'll wrap this up. Hot take.
Do
Tournament
tell.
paintball.
How do you love shooting the ref?
I don't love shooting the refs. Let me take it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard.
So, there is reasonable cause to shoot a ref or not to shoot a ref. If ref is not set, if ref
They're
is
on the
not
field.
Yeah,
they're on the field. If the ref is in a line of sight and I'm fighting a player, and ref is not paying attention, I say, "Ref, get out the way. Ref, get out the way." And me and this guy are gunfighting. You know, we get his attention a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
See that. I can see
Now,
that.
am I randomly walking around and just being like, "Oh, I'm not doing that."
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not doing that. But I got sometimes refs be standing in the wrong spot. And sometimes you just gotta let them know with a little love tap. Butt cheek area. Be like, "Hey, buddy, get out of my way." I'm trying to
put it in his neck so he'll go away.
Oh God.
Yeah, Rook over here. Left cheek.
You don't know how this works.
Just give him a little rope.
Exactly. The ref goes down like this. It hurts. I can wipe off my hopper from the hip. We get it. Look,
Yeah. No, 100% though. I have a question for you though. Are you bringing your own ref staff down? That's actually what questions I forgot to put on there.
That is a good one.
It's a great ass question with this one. So we have a ref crew of about 3 of our guys that are with the productions end of things, so that they're aware of how the missions are going to be taking place. They're on top of it. They're embedded within the production side of it. However, what we want to do is we want to use local talent. When I get down there on Wednesday of the event, I'm actually going to be hosting a ref class, scenario ref class. So if there are referees that are interested in becoming a sharper tool, being able to be used for other events, that they can then, maybe they can start up their own ref crew. We're going to be going through scenario training with the local talent. So if you guys know of, guys that really do stick out, that would be a key asset, with the events, please let us know. We definitely, because we also want to keep guys making money, dude. A lot of us who ref, man, we love refing, dude. So if we can do it, let's make the money, and it gives another opportunity for, these guys to turn a dollar for sure.
For sure.
And we saw an incredible aptitude of wanting to get involved from the local refs, because I know a lot of you guys do have host still events at your guys at that at
Right.
What's Up. So there's already a little bit of the following and knowledge within that. However, we just want to be able to go over with the refs, I guess, like how we would want our clientele to be treated, right?
Yep.
How involved, right? Creating, personal relationships with these players. I think that's an important part in scenario paintball, right? In tournament paintball, it's no friends, I don't care who's on the side. You get out, I'm killing you. You know what I mean? You get, you're getting a penalty regardless who you are. But in scenario paintball, it's so much, it's not more, it's just different, right? There's kids, there's elderly, there's guys that have to have glasses.
92.
No, it was coming.
Rook's glasses have such a thick lens on them, right? At one point, he's going to probably fog up. And so we got to be able to work with that guy that, hey, why do you overshoot that guy? Oh, he actually can't see anything. So, okay. Developing that relationship with those situations from the staff side of it can have a great improvement on morale. It can make a situation go way better or way worse, depending on how that. So not only the education of, hey, this is how you chrono properly if someone's shooting first strikes, right? Hey, grab the barrel, twist the barrel when you're chronoing them to make sure it's on all the way. You know, making sure that the tanks and the armor are properly chronographed and BPS settings and stuff like that for that. You know, if you're not, those are nice breeders there. Those are much thinner lenses you got on theirs though, Beast. All right.
Shoot the elderly. So jumping in this chat real quick, it kind of popped off while we were in here talking. Nick said Florida's the best state or the best state in the country, but Texas is the best country in the world.
Texas is the best country in the world.
Yes.
Because it's so damn big.
Caitlin.
We're going to discuss this later, Nick. We'll have this conversation around the table later at a different time.
Caitlin says that don't talk a lot of shit. She is 100% right. I just spit facts, not shit. So
spitting facts.
Just spitting facts. Beast, love you, buddy, but sorry, we got this. That's what Mr. Pumbaa said. Refs deserve to be shot. Caitlin said again. Huge sale on Walmart readers. We got links now. Shoot the elderly. Rooms. Whoa, Rook's glass is 100%. Rook's Coke. What? Rook's glass is 100% Coke bottles. That's some old people shit right there. There's some old people shit right there. We got the Beast is the only person that got your joke. Maybe Desley. He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp. Yeah, yeah.
Bottles, baby.
Yep. Fast shipping. They can't be both the best. Yeah, guys, I think we got a game. We got a lot of people excited. And yeah. So perfect. Well, that's I think all we got. Perkins, you want to lead us out of this?
Yeah, so real quick, let me throw up the flyer for the game. So you get your date, April 11th through the 13th. So it's coming up. Registration is live. Sign up blue, sign up red, sign up for a good time. First CPX events in Texas at What's Up Paintball, 7 Points, Texas. Make sure to book a place to stay as soon as possible because that stuff will book up fast.
One last thing.
There is camping on site.
Camping on site. One last thing. Eli, I don't know if you're showing up or not. You need to show up. But just a quick shout out for anybody watching our show. Obviously, we've met if you guys are here at some point on the show. Anybody that's helped us out on the east side, west side, north side, all the sides, reach out to us, myself or Perkins. We're getting a couple of spots. There's an RV park right next to the field. And you're more than welcome to come set up. I'm going to try to get as many tables as I can out there. So if you're flying in for this game, let me at least take that portion off your plate and get you guys some coolers, some chairs and some tables and some shade. And, you know, you guys did it for us. I'm just trying to return the favor. Open invitation to anybody flying in. Desi, that, unfortunately, you know, you could be third faction, but you can still set up next to me.
I got no problem sitting on a milk crate in front of your tent, putting up my pods, just staring at you.
He's got enough shade from the hat.
That's it.
The hat. So yeah, no, but I'm serious. Everybody, if you guys are needing a spot, let us know, and we'll make it work for you. Obviously, I can't buy 50,000 chairs, so and 50,000 tables. So first come, first serve. But the offer's there, guys. Just trying to make it easy on y'all. Y'all made it easy on us.
Cool, you Rook. Cool, you Rook.
I leave my squad. It ain't just me.
I don't need any shade though. I leave my paint sitting in the sun. I don't want it to break on you.
You just want it to hurt. I'm cool with that. It means I can keep playing.
I just don't. No, I don't want it to break on you. Please don't.
All right, guys. Well, that was a good show. Looking forward to the game and bringing larger scenarios back to Texas.
Beautiful.
All right, that's it. See you guys next
guys.
time.
Later.